the one, the only, Ben Sion. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Iyun Mitzion. Today we're doing Masechus Eiruvin Perek Yud Mishnayos Yud and Yud Aleph. I want to talk about Mishnah Yud Aleph over here. As I explained in the daily double on the regular Mishnah Yom Mishir, it's machlokes between the Tanakama and Rabbi Yehuda. What if you have something? You have a beam which closes the door. You fit it in. You have some fortified doors. You close with some sort of stick or beam, metal beam that you stick between two holes and it fastens the door in place. Right. Some people have this on a smaller scale. They have something that locks the door. You take this little stick and you put it in a holder on the other side of the door. Right. So that locks the door. So that usually is tied to the door and it's being toloi, right? It's held up in the air. That's like having a door with beams, with hinges. That's not a problem. The case we're talking about is when the beam is on the floor. It doesn't have a glustera. It doesn't have a ball at the head. It's not a kli. So is it binyan or not? According to the Tanakama, it's binyan, right? It's binyan mamish, and therefore even in the mikdash, it's also midaraisa. You're building by putting it in on Shabbos. And according to Rabbi Yehuda, it's only derabban. It's only mechzik binyan. It looks like, and therefore in the mikdash it's mutter. What's a machlokas? Machlokas is, obviously everybody knows that if you do binyan even for 1 minute, or 1 second, it's binyan. If I take a nail and I knock it into the wall on Shabbos, the Gemara says in Shabbos Daf Kuf Beis, that's a malacha midoraisa of binyan, because I can hang a picture on that wall on that nail. So it's bona. That's binyan. Even for a second, I would take the nail out right away. It doesn't make a difference. There's no, as long as the time of binyan, it could stay there for a long time. Obviously, if I do a lousy job and I barely knock it into the wall, it's going to fall out within 24 hours. Not like kaimo, that wouldn't be malacha midaraisa. But if it's sturdy enough that could stay for at least a day or more, then it's malacha binyan daraisa. So, what's going on over here? Once I do the binyan over here, so what's the reason Rabbi Yehuda? We pass on like Rabbi Yehuda. It's not binyan daraisa. So I'd like to say like this: the Gemara discusses Masechah Shabbos by the melech of soser. Soser is the opposite of binyan. We're destroying something. Right? Do you need just soser? I take a building, I take a wrecking ball and knock down a building. Is that a malacha of soser? Or is the malacha of soser only when it's soser manas livnos? Meaning when I destroy something, but I plan on rebuilding something in that place. If I just a demolition, I destroy the building, and I want to keep that lot vacant. I want to put a parking lot over there. That's not a malacha according to one Tana. I think we really possible like that. Soser manas livnos. It has to be soser manas livnos. If it's not soser manas livnos, you don't plan on rebuilding in that place, you didn't do a malacha d'oraisa. So here it's the opposite. Here you're putting something in, you're putting a metal rod in the door in order to keep it closed. And probably you're going to take it out on Shabbos. So it's binyan amanas listor, basically. So what do we say in that case, right? So everything on Shabbos has to be, the reason soser, when it's not amanas livnos, it's not a malacha mid'oraisa, is because it's similar to malacha she'en stricha lakufa. It's not a positive outcome that you're doing. It's sort of makalkel. That's what the Gemara says. Makalkel, you're destroying something. Makalkel, it has to be for a positive purpose. It has to be for a tikkun, a positive purpose on Shabbos. Destroying something is a negative, or you're destroying something. A building is good. No building is bad. So it has to be for a positive purpose. Here, you're building something, doing a positive purpose. You're locking the door, but then you're going to take it out. So is that considered to be a positive purpose? Or maybe because it's an almanas listor, so therefore it's bonamanas listor, so therefore it's a negative consequence, or at least you have in mind negative consequence, and therefore it's not a malacha mid'oraisa. And we happen to pass on like Rabbi Yehuda over here that it is considered bonamanas listor. There is such a thing as bonamanas listor. You're building with plans, you want to open the door presumably on Shabbos, so you're going to take it out, and in that case, it's only asur d'oraisa. It's only mechzik binyan. It's not binyan d'oraisa because the binyan has to be a binyan that you don't plan on destroying. If I plan on destroying it right away, that takes away from the positive aspect of the malacha. It would not be a malacha d'oraisa. That's the way I like to understand Rabbi Yehuda Shita. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.